In 1977, Renee Richards made history when she became the first transgender tennis player permitted to compete in the U.S. Open women's events. Her participation, following a hard-fought legal battle, marked a pivotal moment not only in tennis, but also in the broader conversation about gender, fairness, and inclusion in sport. Richards, who was born male and transitioned later in life, entered the women's singles and doubles tournaments at Flushing Meadows. She lost in the first round of singles to eventual champion Virginia Wade, but enjoyed success in doubles, reaching the final alongside Betty and Stewart. A legal battle that shook tennis. Richards' right to compete was not granted easily. The United States Tennis Association, USTA, initially barred her from entering the women's draw, insisting on the use of a chromosome test to determine eligibility. Richards challenged the ruling in court, and just weeks before the tournament, the New York Supreme Court sided with her. The decision forced the USTA to accept her entry, effectively banning the chromosome test as the standard for sex verification in athletics. In a statement at the time, the USTA acknowledged the complexities of the case. For the past year, the USTA has been confronted with the difficult problem of balancing consideration for an individual transsexual with considerations of fairness for women tennis players in general. On the basis of medical authority, the USTA had reason to believe that a postoperative transsexual may retain some physical and competitive advantages. The statement continued. The New York State Court ruled in favor of an individual transsexual and places restrictions on the use of the chromosome test. As a result, the USTA will accept Richards as an entrant into the U.S. Open Tennis Championships. Backlash and breakthroughs. Richards' inclusion sparked fierce debate and widespread media attention. Many within the tennis community questioned whether it was fair for her to compete against other women. A year earlier, when she was invited to play in the Tennis Week Open in New Jersey, the announcement led to 25 players withdrawing in protest. Despite the backlash, Richards reached the semifinals, proving she could compete at a high level. She turned professional in 1977 and played until 1981, retiring at the age of 47. At her peak, she was ranked as high as 19th in the world, an achievement that cemented her place in tennis history. A lasting legacy. Richards' fight extended beyond her own career. She became a symbol of resilience and advocacy, challenging long-standing policies that excluded transgender athletes from competition. Her case laid the groundwork for ongoing debates about inclusion in sport, fairness in competition, and the evolving definitions of gender in athletics. Although her career was relatively brief, Renee Richards' impact reached far beyond the tennis court. Her courage to challenge the system in 1977 paved the way for broader conversations that remain deeply relevant in sports today.